Encourages investment in low-income communities. Sewell introduced a bill that adds $500 million to encourage companies to also invest in rural areas. The legislation would create rural job zones in nearly every congressional district across the country. Democrats and Republicans support this to not only create new jobs, but to fill current ones with young talent.
It is difficult to keep our best educated young people in the small towns.
Mississippi Senator Roger Wicker says the bill would encourage high school and college educated Americans to stay home.
You may want to go to the big city, but there ought to be opportunities in the small towns. And part of that has to be connectivity.
That connectivity will require expanding the reach of broadband internet, an issue that Congress is also working on. In Washington, I'm Jessie Tenor.
One of the biggest crops in the UP is also one of the smallest. Tonight, Local 3's Peter Curry gives us a first taste of blueberries from Houghton County.
With Blueberry Festival coming up this weekend, I decided to drive up to Copper Country to learn more about one of Michigan's top exports, berries. In 2005, John Gerke bought a berry farm in Chassell, Michigan. They simply wanted to find a farm where they could raise larger animals like Tina the llama, but then they stumbled upon this property with already planted berry bushes. Now, berry picking season is just for a short period of time during the year, normally from the end of July into the end of October depending on when winter decides to start. But berries are traditionally lower Michigan crop until one individual thought the UP could harvest some very special berries.
The godfather of blueberry horticulture in Michigan was a professor at MSU named Stanley Johnston, and he's the one who developed those varieties that grow in lower Michigan, and he had this idea that he could develop varieties here that would grow in a northern climate. So this farm here was contracted by him and the other farms in the Copper Country and in the southern UP to test out these varieties.
From pies to wine, these berries can be used for almost anything your taste buds can handle.
The previous owners told us that they would sell 4,000 to 6,000 pounds typically a year. And we saw that our first year and we thought that was amazing. The fields we thought were just blue. And then so we got pretty excited about that. I think the very next year we produced only 2,000 pounds, and the next year like 2,000. That's when I put the irrigation in, and then we got rain, a lot of rain after I put the irrigation in. And then we've had years, so we've got the average closer to be between 9,000 and 10,000 pounds.
Reporting from Gerke's Berry Farm in Chassell, for Local 3 News, I'm Peter Curry.